So we have Waylon. Waylon is my personal guy. Who's that dude over there? Can you see him? Where's my finger? He's over there. So recall. This is what you need. A ton of treats. Although technically affection, if your dog likes affection, is the absolute best reward for recall. You need you a long line. So I do these food games, right? Which is really super cool. If you have, you can start it inside, or like in the driveway and stuff. But you need a long, okay, rewards and the long line. Okay. So I like the double clap. I do a double clap to get their attention, for recalls. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna stop using the dog's name as an interrupter, right? So like say the dog's fixing to do something. You don't want to go, what's this dog's name? Smiley. You don't want to go, Smiley, stop it. And then now we're trying to do recall because now we've got the word for both things. So we need to start making her name a really good thing. There's a name game, like you can say her name, give a piece of food, say her name, give it. I don't do that, but that's something you can do if you want. So don't use her name during the initial stages of recall. Don't use a name as a corrector or a disruptor, right? Or I should say with corrections or as a disruptor, right? You're gonna use the hey or any kind of noise, right? A single clap is usually what I do. I usually do a single clap as a disruptor noise, and I do a double clap for recall. So I'm letting him jackhole around so I can try to talk, which I'm not always good at. Plus, he's look at this guy. So if you're in the backyard, you're still going to use the long line. Anytime the dog comes up to you, give it a reward. You're not going to take my food, dude? He's like, you've been out with other dogs with those hot dogs. He might have to poop again. Dude, you pooped twice. So what I'm going to do here is, so where I was starting to go with the talking about recall games. Recall games and using the long line, you can start with a longer distance. Now, he's not taking hot dogs right now, but I still want to show you the close up. So let's see how he does. Waylon! Come on. Yeah, good boy. Let's see if he takes food. Yeah, good boy. Right. Good job. So he's not taking food for some reason. They don't eat breakfast. If you do this, do it before a meal. Feed him after you're done working. Right? So what I'm going to do with him is I'm going to use Fred here. Now he very well might come just to my voice, right? So I start with come, and then I get rid of come, and then the name just becomes the recall. So he's hungry, and you have food. You can do it this way. You can start with, you get the food in front of their face. Here, come on. You get the food in the front of their face. Put your thumb in front of the food, and you can go, Smiley, come, and back up 2 or 3 steps, and then give them the food. Smiley, come. Good. That's the way you can start it if you want to start totally off leash, right? Did he eat the hot dogs? So you can start really close. Start with just 2 or 3 feet, and you're backing up, right? So you let them know that you have the food, and then eventually this goes away. But you use the verbal and then the motion, right? Motion is motivation. So you go, Smiley, come. Yeah, good boy. And get to you good, and give them affection. Yeah, good. Good. Because affection is the best. Affection is the best for recalls. All right? So that's how you can do it. Very food motivated. Hey, how you guys doing? And starting really close, right? And then you just slowly do more space and more space, right? So you could put her in a sit, or you could just be like this, right? Smiley, come. The key is when they're learning the word, you got to use motion for motivation. If you go, Smiley, come, you're boring, right? Smiley, come. Yeah, right? Why are they going to come to you if you're boring? There's a sniff right here that's more exciting than you, right? Smiley, come. Yeah, good. Mark, food, affection. Hey, how are you? All right. So that's if you want to do very food focused to start with, right? And that's a strategy. I like it. I just don't use it, right? So usually what I do is I do the food recall games over on the path, and I can get you that too if you want to do it like inside the room. So if you're trying to use food out in the grass, it's hard, right? So what happens is you throw it, right, and then they got to find it. What's his name? Smiley, come. Yeah, good, 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 good. And you want to use encouragement the whole way to start with, because you don't want to become boring. But that's the recall game, right? So I give them 2 or 3. You throw one, get it, right? Smiley, come. Yeah, good, good, good. Right? That's the initial stages. Then the encouragement starts going away, right? So that's if you want to do it that way. So I love the food games because it builds arousal motivation very fast, and you can get a good distance to start with. If you can throw that food 20, 25 feet away, you're starting with a 20, 25 foot recall. So if you got on the long line, see how he's creating pressure. I mean, you can't see him, but you can tell that there's pressure. I don't do nothing. When they have pressure on it, they've got to release the pressure. I want to wait till he's in the picture before I do a recall. And then it's just patience, right? So for them to learn to turn the pressure off, you can. I used to do this all the time. Good. I used to would call them off if the pressure was on there for 3 or 4 seconds. I would be like, you try to get their attention. I stopped doing that because I feel like if it's kind of free shaping, right? If you let them make the decision to turn it off, it's better. Good boy. All right. So the way you do it using leash pressure to start with is you'll go out there and you'll walk a little bit. Let's see if he goes away. He might not. He might follow my movement. Good boy. And look, even if you're trying to get them distracted, right? A lot of times if you just stand there, they'll go off on their own. But you want to have the hold of the leash. You're such a good dog. He probably wasn't the best one to do this with. But I let him get away with a lot of crap. So sometimes he's not real good. And we haven't worked in like 2 weeks. Have we done anything in 2 weeks? Just a couple minutes while we're walking around, right? Okay, so let's see. I usually have to walk around because I have a hard time standing still. Watch out, buddy. Yeah, you're such a good dog. Oh, you're such a good boy. Oh, you're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Okay, so you can stand there and you're going to do this. You're going to go, Fred, here. Pressure. Now you pull. Good, 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 good. Right? So what's happening is the pressure is when they're facing away, right? So again, remember, verbal, pause, physical, and then there's going to be a consequence, whether it's positive or negative, right? So let's see if I can get him to forget about me. You're such a good boy, right? So he's going to go and follow me. If they're doing that, if they're following you, give them affection. That's what you want. The more they follow you, the better, right? And if we don't encourage that, you're such a good dog. How did you get to be so good, huh? Were you born that way? Were you born that way, or did I get you there? Is it because of all the hot dogs? Is it because the negative reinforcement? Is it because the positive punishment? You don't mess with nobody. There's these people trying to get through the fence, and he's just standing there. They're all worried. I'm like, ah, don't worry, he ain't gonna mess with you. They get through the fence and start walking. He like barely gives them a look. Right? Fred, here. Good, 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 good. Right? He's not gonna go away now. I'm not gonna be able to do another one. Oh, there he goes. Right? So you're gonna go, Fred, here, and then pressure. Good, 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 good. See how loud it was? Now, here's another thing. You give them a hand target, they're gonna come to the hand target, right? Eventually, that goes away. Fred, here. Give them the hand target so they come to it. They touch it. Good. Now we go to reward, right? Initially, you're gonna keep food in your hand so they get it. Once they learn to come to your hand, then it turns to the mark, go to the reward. Another thing you might want to do, what I usually do is have them come all the way past, because a lot of times I have them come to heel and walk because we're out in the free. So what I do is, Fred, here. He comes, good, 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 good. Get them all the way past you, right? And then reward when they're standing straight with you. So that way they're always, oh, that's the other thing I do with the recall games. Is you'll throw one, and then when they, at first it's gonna be pretty slow, but you'll see it'll start coming really fast. So you throw one away, and then when they start getting close, you throw one this way, so that way they come behind you, and then you give them 2 or 3 pieces. So you want 2 or 3 pieces, 4 pieces when they're right with you. One out there, there's 4 pieces and some affection. That's a lot more than those 2 pieces that you threw. That's if you want to do the recall games. What else, buddy?
What else, buddy? Huh? Buddy bud. Here's my buddy bud.
Right? So any kind of pressure. Oh, here's another one. Here's another one. Yeah, good boy. Right? So let's say, no, that's down the road. We're initial stages. I'm not even going to get it. Hey, I should have told you about releasing though, especially with the big energy dogs. Dang it. So this is what I do almost from the start, and then I get away from it. That's why I didn't do it with him. But when they come, you reward them for coming, give them affection. When you give them affection, grab the collar and just hold on to it. And then when they look up at you, you go, okay, and tap them one time on the butt, right? So it's your release word is okay, you get to go be free until I call you back again. But your long line, even if you're in the backyard, right? Eventually you can get away from this. But at the beginning, you want to make sure that they have to come. And the way they have to come is when you say come and they stay facing that way, you're going to add pressure. Boom. As soon as they turn their head, yeah, good, 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 good. You mark and start encouragements, right? As soon as they turn their head and start coming to you, mark and encourage, right? So it's smiley, come. She stays looking that way because she doesn't know what it means. Pressure, boom, she turns her head. Yeah, good, 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 good. And get low, back up a couple steps. You don't want to back up the whole time that they're coming. Back up a couple steps initially. Then when they're coming, then it's a lot of encouragement. Yeah, come on. Yeah, good, good, good. Right, so the pressure, it's negative reinforcement. Right, the pressure comes off when they're coming towards you. Food and affection when they get to you. And look, if the dog's not food motivated, they're more toy motivated, then have you a ball or something right there. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Right? So then when they come, I wouldn't throw the ball right away. Say she's ball motivated. When she comes, you take that ball, yeah, good. Play with her a little bit, then throw it. Hey! Yeah, good boy. That's a good boy. I don't think I know that guy. People that haven't seen me very much, they're like, I don't know about that. There's a dog running around in the field.
He's such a good boy. He's such a good boy.
Ooh, look at that leg go. Look at that leg go. Oh, oh. All right, we're out of here. Oh, 15 minutes. That's way too long too.